How y'all doing? Okay. All right. So, welcome. Hey. It's your girl Cassie King, and I'm coming to you guys with some trending topics. Well, actually, just a trending topic. We're going to be talking about one of my favorite celebrities that is in the light at this time. But before we get started, I just want to let you guys know, if you guys are new to my channel and you are wanting to kind of know what we do here. Normally we do our Bible readings, our verses of the day. So definitely go check out some of those live streams and videos, because I am going to be trying to come to you guys on a more consistent nightly basis. So that way you guys are getting into it. So today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite celebrities. This particular celebrity is someone who has been in the she started out on radio. Okay, so you knew podcasters and tea parties and who else, the radios and all that, the TV shows and all that. Y'all could never, this is the original podcaster. Okay, the one and only 24 karat gold, Wendy Williams. Okay, so Wendy Williams, she is a American former broadcaster. Okay, she's the media personality. She had her own show called the Wendy Williams Show. It was called Wendy. She's famously known as her "How you doing?" She is one of my favorite celebrities, because a situation where, I'm gonna be real, honestly, I was in a dark situation. The only thing that I could watch was regular TV, and Wendy Williams would come on and she would kind of highlight my day with her beautiful personality. So Wendy Williams, she has been outside, y'all. Wendy Williams been outside. Okay, so I'm happy to see that she's outside, because she was in a bit of a sticky situation. Okay, so if you guys don't know who Wendy Williams is, she is one of a very iconic gossiper. Okay, let's just keep it real. What it is. Okay, she is known for putting celebrities' business out on Front Street very confidently. She ain't ever been ashamed of telling nobody's business. Okay, she was the first one that came out and talked about Diddy way back in the good old days. Okay, before flip phones. Wake that up. Okay, Wendy Williams been put Diddy business out there. She come for all the celebrities. Okay, and it's crazy, because we was just, for our verse of the day and for our Bible Tea Party, we get to know how God has his encounters with his how God has encounters with his chosen, with his anointed, with his prophets, and he speaks to us directly. He also has defended um he also will defend us very severely. And so I was telling y'all, watch who you talk about, watch how you handle people, because God's wrath will be upon you. Okay, so which we're going to get into that in just a minute. But it's crazy, because our trending topic today is going to be wrapped around Wendy Williams. She's going to get the whole show to herself, because even though I'm saved and sanctified, I try my best to be sanctified, but child, y'all know I ain't innocent. Uh, Even though I am trying my best to be a good individual, I want to let y'all know I do like Wendy Williams. I love her personality, and I love to hear people's business at that time. I try to avoid gossip now, but you got to watch how you talk to people. Okay, so talk about people and talk to people. So she was always putting people's business out there. Okay, she was always one of those to do it. She was the first to do it. She's the original. She's the best at what she did. And Wendy Williams was a bit in a sticky situation. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys a clip of how Wendy Williams' life is starting to look at this time. It's very dramatic and it is very scary, because it just shows be careful on how you handle people, be careful on how you handle situations, because again, even though these are celebrities, and even though these are people who people look at as icons or whatever the case may be, these are really real human beings, and you never know who God had favor on, but gossip is a sin anyway, so we know that that's a given. So I think that some of the things that she was saying when she was talking about certain celebrities, she was giving very much shade, and she was also kind of, coming from kind of like a little bit negative, not too much on Wendy Williams, but her show was a phenomenal show. It went on for years and years, and she started from the ground up. She started off as somebody that had a little moment on the radio, and then she went up and she blew up, and she had her own show. Now she was married to a man by the name of Kevin Hunter, I believe that's how you say his name. I don't know if it's Kevin or Calvin, but Kevin, he winded up cheating on her their whole entire marriage, practically. Not the whole entire marriage, but at some point he was cheating on her. He had started off a whole nother family while still being married to Wendy Williams. Okay, so she got to see them build their lives together off her dime. He was going and buying her own house, buying this his side chick her own house, her own business, and every business that he built paid for his other girl, his side chick. Every business she had at the time um was not, becoming successful and things like that. But I'm gonna show you guys a quick little clip. This is actually, Wendy Williams has a documentary that she came out with where she was being very transparent, so we get to see a different side of Wendy, but we also get to see the downfall of Wendy. And in my opinion, and from my understanding, yes, I do over spiritualize everything. You got to watch how you handle people, watch how you talk about people, because that was her career was primarily about talking about people and telling people's business and highlighting the negatives of people's careers. Majority of her show, majority of what she talked about was never really, not never, but was not always about good things. It was usually something negative. She used to she talked about all of the A-list celebrities. It didn't matter if you was an actress, a rapper, or a singer. She was going to talk about you. If you had some tea out there, she was going to be the first to drop the tea. And her thing was Hot Topics, which I used to love to watch. Lord forgive me. Okay, but this is how things started to get real dark for Wendy. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys a clip on what it was given back in the day, and then kind of get you caught up on how things are looking for her currently speaking today, because Wendy outside now. Okay, she outside now, but I just want to show you guys what was going on. Okay.
Again to talk to, but the times now were even deeper than they ever were in my life. I couldn't call my mom, my dad, my sister. They would have just said, just leave, just leave. And I'm like, but I'm still in love. I don't know what to do. Like, are you serious with this? This is really going down. This is going down.
Child, it looks like Kevin is not done coming for Wendy for cutting off them alimony payments, because he just went off on her for leaving him broke and homeless.
Okay, so as you guys can see, this experience was very, very, very dark for Wendy. Her and her husband, I mean, she was going to work every day. You wouldn't even know. Okay. I mean, you would know because it was a part of her Hot Topics. Oh, she was selling tea. She was selling her tea too. That's one thing I can say about Wendy. She always ate. When it came to the Hot Topics, she was going to do her big one. But she also had to tell her own tea. And come find out, Kevin, he had got him a whole woman on her dime, buying that lady house, businesses, starting a whole family with that lady. And so Wendy Williams was still in love with her husband. She was not ready to leave that man like that. It took her a long time to really leave him. Long time as in years, okay? While he had started a whole nother family with a whole nother woman, okay? Wendy Williams and Kevin also have a son by the name of Kevin Jr. as well. So they have their own family, and she was hurt, devastated. Okay. In the show, she goes into great detail about how Kevin hurt her and how she felt about that and how her experience was for that. And at some point she had stopped paying those alimony payments when they did get a divorce. And so Kevin, he felt some type of way that she wasn't taking care of him no more. And he tried to sue her, try to get her to child. It was a whole lot of y'all go watch the video. Okay. But anyway, moving forward, so that had happened to Wendy during her downfall season. There was another situation where Wendy Williams was in a bit of a situation where she had got lymphedema. Okay. So let me go on ahead and play this clip for you guys here.
Lymphedema, and I can only feel now 2%. Do you see what this looks like? There's no cure for this. There's no pill for this. Lymphedema, and I can only feel now 2%. Do you see what this looks like?
Oh, yes, ma'am, we do see. Yes, ma'am, we do see. You know, and so I want you guys to understand that Wendy Williams was going through a number of things. So she went through the whole situation with her husband, and then she went through this lymphedema thing, right? Where it causes your eyes to be the way how like her eyes are kind of like really big. It causes a number of physical effects on her actual body. Okay. And I'm honestly, because I love me some Wendy, I did not like seeing her like that. I didn't like it at all. But, you know, as a believer, I do believe that, you know, you got to watch how you handle people in this world. Okay. Don't get me wrong. I do think that a lot of the celebrities in this world are, you know, might be on the dark side. However, at the end of the day, wrong is wrong, right is right. You cannot just be going around talking about people any old kind of way. Okay. And you guys got to understand, Wendy Williams, she is an icon for her big old mouth. Okay. She's an icon for that. That is what Wendy Williams primarily is an icon for. It's talking about people badly. Okay. There's also a video or a clip I want to show you guys about when they're trying to say that she was now later on after that in that same segment diagnosed with some type of form of dementia. So let's go ahead and watch this together as well.
But she has an even bigger challenge than anyone would have imagined. We're learning that the former talk show host has been diagnosed with a form of dementia. Stephen Fabian has details.
Heartbreaking news. Wendy Williams is suffering from dementia and aphasia, the same disorder that has stricken actor Bruce Willis. In a press release issued today under Wendy's name, her care team reveals after undergoing a battery of medical tests, Wendy was officially diagnosed with primary progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia. It says aphasia is impacting Wendy's language and communication abilities, and it calls her dementia a progressive disorder impacting behavior and cognitive functions. The news broke just moments before The View came to an end today.
We wanted to update you on some news that has just broke concerning Wendy Williams. Wendy and her care team just released a statement that she's been diagnosed with primary progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia. Our hearts go straight out to her.
Wendy's care team says the diagnosis came after the legendary talk show host underwent a battery of tests here at Weill Cornell Medicine in New York City. That information was released as speculation mounted about her whereabouts. Now, right now, she's in an undisclosed facility known only to her court-appointed guardian. Even her own family says they have no idea where she is. Wendy's niece, Alex Finney, appeared on The View promoting the upcoming Lifetime documentary, Where is Wendy Williams?
Her ultimate decision was that everybody's telling my story, no matter how painful it is. I want to tell it.
She didn't say a word about the dementia diagnosis, which was announced by Wendy's PR team. We spoke to neurologist Dr. Leah Kroll.
This is a progressive disorder, and there is no known cure or medication that we could give to slow the disease process down. And so, in general, things will gradually get worse with time.
Bruce Willis was forced to retire from acting after his diagnosis in 2022. His family gives regular updates on his condition and shares heartwarming video of him, like this.
Also, too, guys, I wanted to talk about Bruce Willis. I'm not sure if I did with y'all over here, but y'all know Bruce Willis, for some reason, his wife and his family, they moved away from him as well. I don't know what that's about. But it's really suspicious how they treat the celebrities at a certain point when they're no longer used to be fame or celebrity or whatever case may be. But yes, guys, I will be doing a live stream about Bruce Willis and his family as well. Comment down below if you guys want me to do that or not.
Birthday celebration.
Rat at it.
You really have to hand it to Wendy Williams and Bruce Willis in terms of how generous and brave it is of them to come out with this. This is not a diagnosis that's easy to be open about at all, and they're doing us such a beautiful service by drawing attention to it.
In this just released clip from the documentary, you see Wendy like you've never seen her before, without her signature glamorous wigs. The documentary is so raw and so revealing that Wendy's niece was asked if the former talk show host is being exploited.
How do you respond to that? Well, I respond to that by saying I was not paid. Right. Sitting here today, I haven't taken a dime. I'm not getting paid off of this. This is literally just a labor of love and fighting for your family.
So as you guys can see, that is also a situation that Wendy Williams has been facing as well, on top of everything that we've already reviewed. So again, be careful, guys. I mean, primarily that was Wendy Williams' thing, is she was iconic for telling people, talking bad about people. Let's just be real, right? And she had her moments when she was, she showed grace and she was genuinely, trying, in my opinion, I feel like she wasn't trying to go too harsh or be too harsh with the details that she shared with celebrities. But let me just see something really quick. Hold on. Because, with Wendy Williams, she also had a situation where they were going through this conservatorship. Y'all know that there was a situation where they were doing the whole Free Britney thing. If you guys don't know, that was a thing. Okay, they have a whole her fans came together and did a whole thing for her, basically trying to get her in terms of free from the conservatorship. Basically, they control you all the way. They control you 100%, and you can't leave without nobody's permission. You can't spend your money without nobody's permission. It was a situation where Wells Fargo's has taken her money from her because she was deemed incompetent, okay, because of all of these medical things that she's experienced, etc. And then for Kevin to sit up and act like he want her to keep taking money from her on top of all this that she's going through, that's she was kind of, she sit up and talk about people. So if you guys ain't ever watched her before, let me show you guys what I mean. I just looked up Wendy's best moments.
But a shout out to everybody with social anxiety. I kind of feel sorry for you. Yeah.
Because she was talking about SZA in this one here. Look, I'm a Wendy Williams watcher. She was talking about, not SZA, Summer Walker. Summer Walker had came out, said she has social anxiety. She was trying to, pull away from her fame for a little bit, or whatever the case may be. And so this was Wendy Williams' response, okay?
But a shout out to everybody with social anxiety. I kind of feel sorry for you. Yeah. Let me give you the lineup. It would be Remy, Miss Melody from back in the day.
Miss Melody may have passed away, I think.
She passed away? Oh. All right, MC Light. By the way, I'm a Britneysta. What do you call them?
I think they're the Britney Army.
I'm part of the Army now. Free Britney. Leave Britney alone. How dare you? I don't like the mother. I don't like the father. Fire everybody and escape now, Britney. How dare you, Mr. Spears? You had me fooled. And you too, Mrs. Spears. Death to all of them.
We can't have
It's crazy because now she in the same situation.
a free America without a free Britney.
She's got a point. She's an icon. She's a legend. And she is the moment. Now, come on now. There's a woman that you know as Dula Peep, huh?
Her name's Dua Lipa.
Yeah.
But you call her Dula Peep.
Dula Peepa.
Her name's Dua Lipa, but you call her Dula Peep.
Dula Peep, I'm sorry. All I'm saying is I'm on your team. Camilla was performing with that man, Shawn Mendes. They're still trying to make us believe that he's into her. If you know what I'm saying.
You see what I mean, guys? You know, you got to be careful when you are like this. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, at the end of the day, it's Wendy Williams, right? But it's like, however, the Lord is watching.
And I think you do. You know what I'm saying? He looks so awkward up there with that girl. How you doing, Shawn? Okay, he looks so. They do not look alike. Especially this picture right here. She's looking like, get my booty. And he's like, really does. When do we have to stop this charade?
He used to date Hailey Bieber.
And look at this picture. He doesn't look interested in her either.
Ooh, what you trying to say, Wendy?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that, you know.
That was stage 2.
But you know, today, everyone, it's World Kindness Day. I'll try to be kind for the next hour. So clap if you've ever wanted to kill somebody. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Yeah. But a shout out to everybody with social anxiety. I kind of feel sorry for you.
So as you guys can see, Wendy Williams is iconic for shading celebrities and telling celebrities business, okay? That's her primary thing that she do. That's what she's known for. And so a lot of people that she's spoken about, talking about their relationships. I know there was a moment where she had talked about Nicki Minaj's relationship with her husband and how she had referred to her husband as unaliver or something like that, and something she had said about Nicki Minaj's husband. Now, granted, Nicki Minaj's husband is he went to prison for something that he did when he was in high school to a female that he did time for, and then he hasn't had the same situation that happened. Anyway, it don't matter. That's their business. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, they grown. But you know, when you go on and you telling people's business, you know, you talk about one person's man, and you talk about how he don't seem interested in her, and you talk about how, you know what I'm saying? You talk about how, oh, people got social anxiety, or, you know, I feel sorry for you and I feel sorry for that. He don't look like he's interested, this, that. And, you know, even if what you're telling is true, it's like it's giving it so shady and it's so salty coming off the tongue that you better be careful, because you might just go through that same thing. Look at her husband, you know, her husband, they are no longer together. He was abusing her and exploiting her, you know, financially. And then, of course, when it comes to her health and everything else like that, it was given she wasn't as healthy as she could have been. You know what I mean? And same thing with her conservative, when she was talking about Britney Spears and them, you know, you talk about death to all of them, you know, even if you felt like that was, you know, they was wrong. In my opinion, they were wrong as well for how they was doing Britney Spears. But when you speak out spoken word curses on other people and individuals, just know that come back around on you. And so look, now she's having a conservative situation as well. And I'm going to
Wendy Williams' guardianship. Fox News' Lisa Everett joins us from Hudson Yards. And Lisa, Wendy herself showed up at this gathering. So what do we know about this right now?
Well, in a way, she showed up, Bianca. We're here on West 35th Street right now. The building that you see right behind me, Christian, if we can zoom up to that window. For most of this morning, we've been here all morning. Most of this morning, Wendy Williams has been at that window waving to the fans that have been out here supporting her. and demanding an end to her guardianships, saying that she should have her freedom. Now, she was waving to people constantly for a couple of hours there. She's told friends. We talked with one of her former producers who said that she has passed the mental competency exams that were needed, and that she deserves to have her freedom. Now, it just looks like any other, one of the many new luxury kind of high-rise buildings that you see out here in the Hudson Yards area. But inside is this secure facility, residential facility, where she has been staying. She says she cannot leave on her own. And, that's something that Wendy has been fighting. She wants to have her freedom. She wants to have control of her money. Again, that's why she's fighting this court-ordered guardianship. That order's deprived her of her independence. She said she can't even walk out of the building without being stopped by guards, and that there's a special lock on the elevators. You can't even just walk out like you would in a regular apartment. Now, that court order has deprived her of her independence, taken control of her finances, and that's another big issue, too, because at the height of her career, which was just several years ago, Wendy was making millions of dollars a year for her talk show, which was shown here in the United States and around the world. She wants it all back now. She wants her freedom, and her fans say that they will never, ever give up on her, and here's what they told us, some of them.
The struggle is against the judges. The guardians are mere puppets. Guardianship has to end.
Look at how wonderful she looks behind that glass window. She looks bright, smart. She has nothing wrong with her. This is false imprisonment. She should not be kept locked up. Free Wendy.
Why do you think there's such a big crowd out here today?
Everyone loves Wendy. They're Wendy fans. She needs advocacy and support, because otherwise, who else is going to do it for her?
Now, Williams has been living under this guardianship since May of 2022, and overnight, like within the last 12 hours, various stories have been published on top publications like the New York Post, People magazine, saying, quoting a source close to her, that she had initially requested help dealing with her finances because she was trying to protect her money, and did not fully understand all of the ramifications of this guardianship and all of the paperwork, etc., that went into her signing it in the first place. So that's one of the things she's fighting, and this is a battle that is just picking up steam as every day goes on. But her fans are determined to have Wendy back where she belongs, living on her own, and hopefully being able to talk and do her shows somewhere. So that's the latest here from Hudson Yards. I'm Lisa Evers, Fox 5 News.
So again, that go to show you right there that, Wendy Williams been going through some things, child. Wendy Williams been going through some things, okay? So the good news is now to the end of this stream, before I head out, I want to show you how Wendy is looking now. According to MSN, that I was able to see on my browser, because I be getting the celebrity news and stuff and everything else like that. Wendy Williams was spotted hanging out with the hip-hop A-list Lil' Kim and Ice Spice at the Laquan Smith show. Okay, so I don't know who Laquan Smith is. I don't really know who that is. But I do know that when I saw Wendy Williams hanging out with her little fur on, and then she was looking all happy, and she wasn't in that little shacked up in that little nurse home, because that's what we're gonna call it. It's a celebrity nurse home, because I'm like, oh my God, Wendy Williams outside. Okay, girl. I was really happy to see her outside. Okay, so Wendy Williams, she shut the carpet down at the Laquan Smith fashion show at the Classic Car Club in New York on Tuesday night, before hanging with hip-hop stars and old hip-hop stars, old and new. She was hanging out with all the new people. The talk show queen, who is living in an assisted living facility against her will, arrived to the show with her bodyguard, pal Max. And it looks she's so pretty, y'all. Y'all gotta see this. Now again, I'm happy that they let her out that nursing home, because Wendy deserved to be outside. Y'all gotta understand, if y'all not a Wendy Williams supporter, then y'all probably don't know this. But Wendy Williams, she's from New Jersey, New York. She's a New York kind of vibe, and she likes to go out, have her fun. She likes to be outside, especially now that her and Hunter are Kevin her and Kevin are not like together and stuff, she go out and do her own thing. She like to mingle and stuff. She is a city girl, so she like to go outside. So y'all get to see her living her best life. Her nails are painted, her hair is painted. She got on her famous blonde wig. She outside, okay. She looks so beautiful, y'all. Here, let me show you guys the website that I'm on so y'all can get into it. I said, okay, Miss Wendy, you better do your big one. Okay. So boom, look, isn't she beautiful? You better go ahead. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Lashes on fleek, eyebrows looking good. Okay. And have seen her with Lil Kim. This is her in Ice Spice. Okay, Ice Spice girl. I like her outfit. I wonder what Wendy Williams would have said about Ice Spice on her show. Ooh. Look, y'all. Her little eyes is big because, you know, she got the lymphedema and everything. But she outside. She got her little tennis shoes on because y'all seen her feet, right? But look at her with her fur. You better go ahead. She look good right here. But yeah, y'all. So y'all go ahead and get into it. I hope that you guys are able to catch up on the Wendy Williams tea. Okay. She was also spotted out at the New York Fashion Week amid with I guess this was like a fashion show, I guess. She was outside with her famous wig on, and you could tell that she is definitely, you know, still dealing with her health issues and getting up there and everything else like that. But I'm happy to see that she outside, that they're giving her a little bit more freedom. Okay, so this is Wendy Williams here. Okay, and she was at the Bach May fashion show on Sunday. Okay, she was wearing a black mini dress, gold Gucci belt, and a black Chanel shoes, and she had her W Wendy Williams necklace. Y'all know her famous W that she wear on her chest. Okay, and her red lipstick, and her hair was styled in long glamorous waves. And after that, she had went to the Dennis Basso event. So Wendy Williams, again, y'all, she been outside, y'all. She been outside. She also provided a health update after the hospital evaluation. Okay. She said, I want to say I have immense gratitude for the love and the kind words I received after sharing my diagnosis of the dementia situation. She said, let me say, wow, your response has been overwhelming. The messages shared with me have touched me, reminding me of the power of unity and the need for compassion. I continue to need personal space and peace to thrive. Please just know that your positivity and encouragement are deeply appreciated. So in this case, I don't know if it's given the same thing that Britney Spears went through when it comes to the conservatorship, but because, you know, it's given, you know, she has dementia, y'all. So she might need somebody to help her. She might need a guardian. Okay. It's given she do need a guardian. Okay. But here is how she looked at that fashion show. Okay. I said, okay, Miss Wendy Williams, you better go ahead, growl. Look at her. Oh, Wendy, you better go ahead. So, okay. So I'm really happy to see that she's back outside, but I am also happy to see that if she is in a in a situation where she don't necessarily want to be locked up like that, because it has been a few years. I think that she had originally was there, I think in 2022. It's been this long. So seeing Wendy Williams outside has, it really put a smile on my face, because I used to watch Wendy. I like me some Wendy Williams. You can't tell me nothing wrong with Wendy. Okay, you can't tell me nothing wrong. Shoot. She's so beautiful. Okay, so let me go on ahead and show you guys a scripture. before we head out, because again, you never know. You never know who you're talking about. Watch how you talk about people. Watch how you say certain things when you're saying things. I know that Wendy Williams, she's a New Yorker, so she's from Jersey, I believe. So they, from certain people's cultures, think people just be letting certain things flow out, and it may come out wrong, it may come out nasty, it may come out, mean or harsh, and they might not even mean no harm by it. They're just talking as they lingo. But at the end of the day, you never know who you're talking about. You never know who is one of God's favorite. You never know who God has favor on. In this case, in today's time, when we were talking about our verse of the day, which I will be having available to you guys tomorrow evening, whenever you guys are seeing this, the verse of the day that I am talking about is going to be posted 9:19 at nighttime, around 9 p.m. Central. Okay. But the verse of the day is about when God came down on that cloud and confronted Moses' siblings about running their mouth. Okay. And he basically said, you need to calm down. By the time God was done chin checking them, his sibling was very, very sick. She was left with a skin disease, and he made her sit outside for 7 days. Okay, so y'all got to understand that God don't play about his peoples. So when Wendy Williams was talking about all of these, I don't know why I was gonna say Nicki Minaj. When Wendy Williams was talking about all of these people, and she was just gossiping and telling people's business, and that was her show, and everybody was just eating it up. Those things were adding up, and she was guilty in the eyes of the Lord. She probably should repent. Maybe God will heal her. And this is just my spiritual belief and my opinion. Obviously, you got to watch how you handle individuals. You got to watch how you talk. You got to watch how you approach things. And you, as in, I'm talking to myself, y'all. I cuss, okay, and I try my best not to gossip. That's one of my biggest things. But I wanted to show you guys who Wendy Williams is and what she's been going through. And primarily, I believe it is because of her career choice. And this obviously is opinion, and it just goes to show you, if you are someone who's at a certain age right now and you're dealing with things, if you got a little bit of sense left, then try to repent, try to tell God about what, if you feel any remorse, try to see if God can comfort you and take some of that up off you, because he has the power to take some of these things off of you if you're dealing with sickness and sickness and illnesses and things like that. In the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, it tells you about how you need to be fair to people. I'm going to show you guys these verses and read this with you today, so that you guys are reminded that the Lord don't play. Okay. I'm reading the easy version, obviously, because we were just in our Bible tea party. When you judge other people, do this in a way that is fair. Do not be more kind to a rich person than to a poor person. You must be fair to everyone. Do not say bad things about anyone for other people to hear. If someone is in danger of death, speak the truth to them if you can. Do not keep quiet. I am the Lord. You must not think of You must not think of ways to hurt another person. If someone has done a wrong thing, warn them about it. Then you will not be guilty of a sin yourself. Okay. Do not try to punish another Israelite who has done something wrong against you. Do not try to hurt them. Instead, you must love other people as much as you love yourself. I am the Lord. Let me highlight this one. I like this one too. Okay. So again, when it comes to God and how he feels about his people, he don't do all that playing with you being unfair to people or talking about people and saying things about people, speaking up on certain things and then not speaking up on certain things as well. Because you can speak up on negativity and be guilty, and you can also not speak up on certain negativity things that you should speak up for and also still be guilty in the eyes of the Lord. And if you are guilty in the eyes of the Lord, it's going to come back around on you one way or another. Y'all see what happened in 1 Kings chapter 2, when Joab thought he was getting away with a whole bunch of stuff, child. But guess what? He was guilty in the eyes of the Lord, and King David made sure that King Solomon took care of those debts. Okay, we have Jesus now. Jesus died for our sins. So we got a little bit leg room to repent. You know, Wendy Williams, for example, be like, you know what, Father God, I had a career that was based on this, and the third. I pray that you forgive me and take some of this off of me. Help me have this, and that. And if I can't be healed, please spare my children, You know, things like that, those kind of prayers. And if you see someone in a similar situation as Wendy Williams, then you ask the Lord to have mercy on them, period. All right. But I hope that this was able to shine light on those of you guys, if you guys are any Wendy Williams fans, if you guys did not know, yes, she outside. And if you guys did not know who Wendy Williams is and you guys want to be warned, again, this is all wrapping around the verse of the day, our Bible Tea Party, and now our trending topic. That's 3 confirmations in one day about, number 1, we need to watch how we talk about people. Number 2, don't talk about God's anointed, because he will put his wrath on you. And number 3, pray for each other. Love each other the way you're supposed to love each other, okay? Be reminded that the Lord don't play about his kids. All right? It's your girl, Cassie King. And I am out. Hugs and kisses, and I'll see you soon.